That legislative effort begins with Thursday's crucial vote. And it really is a crucial vote for the Republican Party and for the people of our country.
Yes, it is a critical vote. Is it going to get to the House floor? Karen Travers, ABC News White House correspondent.
Well, as of now, the plan is to bring it to the House floor. Expected vote on Thursday night, but the big question is, will it pass if it gets to the House floor? And right now, our numbers indicate it would not, that there are too many Republican no's that would mean this bill would not get across the finish line. But McGraw, the big question is are those no's solid no's? Are they digging in their heels no's, or are they squishy no's? So any sales pitch over the next 36 hours from the White House, or maybe any sweeteners from Republican leadership, could convince them to vote yes. So we are keeping a very, very close eye on a group of conservatives who could be the critical piece to getting this passed.
They had the Cornhusker kickback during the Obamacare, where Ben Nelson, senator from Nebraska, was scathed for having carve-outs for Nebraska. Looks like New York has some type of Buffalo bonus. What's going on there?
Is it already been called that? Yeah. So yesterday, there were some Republican House members who worked out a deal that they would get a little bit of a shift with Medicaid funding, moving things from the county level, the local level, to the states in terms of who was going to pick up some of the price tag. And this is something that I guess these Republicans have been pushing for some time. And this was seen as a simple thing to give them in order to get their support. Now, of course, the governor of New York is a Democrat. These are Republican lawmakers, and they're eager to push this off onto the Democratic governor, which did not go over well in New York yesterday. Now, it's unclear that there are other states' caucuses that are trying to do a similar thing. We haven't seen that yet, but, we've got 36 hours till this vote is likely to get to the floor. And the president is making it very clear, everything is on the line here. This is a pivotal moment for the party. It's a critical moment for the nation. And yesterday, take it as a threat of sorts, but he said that the midterms are on the line here, and that if this bill doesn't pass, Republicans could lose their seats because they campaigned on this promise, and that Republicans could lose the majority. And McGraw, of course, the White House was asked, is the president going to campaign against the Republicans who vote no? And they said, we don't want to focus on the negatives. We're just going to say he will certainly be supporting the ones who vote yes.
It was an interesting meeting, and I guess interesting leaks coming out of the meeting where they were all smiles, but they were all sort of stabbing each other in the back while praising each other out in front of the microphones.
These meetings are some of my favorite things in Washington, having covered them with President Bush and President Obama. When a president goes up to Capitol Hill for a closed-door, off-the-record meeting, and we are literally getting live updates from inside the meeting room from members of Congress, chatting with our reporters, texting, emailing. So, you felt like you're there. You're like, he just said this, he just said this. And so we do get a window on what he was saying. And, he went after some of the conservatives, but the take was that it was in a jest sort of way. Mark Meadows, who's the head of the Freedom Caucus, that group of very conservatives who've been opposed to this legislation, he said, Mark, I'm coming for you. They say it wasn't in a mean-spirited way, but you got to love the fact that the president can't do anything without it immediately getting told to the press.
Stay tuned. It'll be an interesting 36 hours. Karen Travers, ABC News White House correspondent. Thanks, Karen.
Thank you.
656 KTRS. Want to organize your life? I wish St. Louis Closet Company could build something to organize the thoughts in my head.
Oh.